Hi, we're Rolling Dice Show, and we're here at the UK Games Expo with Nathan from Modiphius Entertainment. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's been an exhausting weekend so far.
Enjoyable, though, right?
Yes, yeah, lots going on. Perhaps a little bit more than you can take in all in one weekend.
Yeah, looking around. It's a very exciting but very busy expo. So what are you here to show off predominantly?
This weekend I'm here with Modiphius Entertainment, who I do RPG development for. None of the stuff that I've worked on yet is quite out, so we're demonstrating playtest packets and early draft versions of the games to kind of drum up a bit of excitement before the games themselves come out. But we've got a lot of other things on show that we've been putting out the last couple of years as well. So.
Cool. So you playtesting some new stuff. Anything that you can go into a little bit more detail here?
Yeah, so far we playtested, or did a bit of demoing of Mutant Chronicles 3rd edition, which is due out sometime later this year, and the new Conan Adventures in an Age Undreamed Of, which was announced a couple of months ago. We're due to have a pre-order of the core rulebook and then a Kickstarter campaign to fund all the supplements.
Cool. And what's the response been like for Conan especially? I guess that's only been announced a couple of months ago.
Conan's had a really positive response. We've got a huge, really exciting team working on the game, not just developing it, but also on the fiction side of things. We've got a load of really well-respected Conan scholars working on the background side of things, making sure everything's authentic to the stories, and it's just the stories, not touching anything beyond the original book, the original works. Lots of excitement, lots of attention has been drawn to it, and the response to the game this weekend has been quite positive.
Awesome. So there must be like a lot of unique challenges when you work on something like Conan, just because of all the existing lore and that kind of stuff. Is that fun for you to really get your hands in, or is it better, or do you prefer like crafting your own kind of thing completely from scratch?
Personally speaking, I've always worked better from kind of taking fiction and adapting it into rules. That sense of you want the rules to reflect and evoke particular things, particular themes and styles. So in this case, having a game system that gives you that very kinetic, very brutal and quite imaginative style of battle, style of game, that lets you tell proper Conan stories.
Awesome, cool. So one thing that I've noticed, like walking around and talking to some people here at UK Games Expo, is that a lot of, I suppose, designers are turning to Kickstarter a lot with their products. And you mentioned that Conan's going to be going to Kickstarter as well. Is that the first time you've done something through Kickstarter, or have you had previous success?
Modiphius have actually had a load of success through Kickstarters. The first big success with it was Action Cthulhu, our World War II meets Lovecraft horror series, which we've got pushing on a dozen different books now, now available to the public, all of which were backed through Kickstarter. Mutant Chronicles, really successful Kickstarter. We ended up with 10 or 11 times what we initially targeted, enough to fund the entire product line right through to the end. We're easing up a little bit off the Kickstarters for the next couple of projects, Infinity and Conan. Like I just mentioned with Conan, we're doing the rulebook as just a straight pre-order and then Kickstartering the supplements after that. So we're not purely reliant on Kickstarters for the initial funding, because we've been quite successful. We've built up enough of a reputation. The other thing that people might know Modiphius from is the recent and very successful Thunderbirds board game Kickstarter, which we've had demoing a prototype version of. Again, really successfully. Lots of people crammed around that little table and coming away with really positive responses.
Cool. So I guess, you're moving away from Kickstarter a little bit. Do you feel that there might be a danger of like using Kickstarter, kind of method being burning out?
I think it's one of those things. It's a really useful tool if you know how to use it. A lot of people kind of go on there and don't necessarily handle it as delicately as they can, or and you get a lot of people that kind of approach it almost as an elaborate pre-order service, and that's not helpful. But when it comes to the RPG business in particular, it's a very niche business, and Kickstarter has allowed a lot of companies to produce things that no one would ever have imagined in their wildest dreams. Because people are willing to pay for things that excite them. So.
True that. So, is this the first time you've been at the UK Games Expo?
It's my first UK Games Expo. I haven't done the convention circuit in a good long while. I did Dragon Meet end of last year, but I've only been full-time developing games relatively recently, so the free time to come and do the convention circuit, that's a relatively new thing. So.
Cool. And how's your show been? I mean, have you had a good time personally? Do you ever get a chance to actually have a look around and see other things?
Yeah, no, you get a good chance to wander around. I'm here to help, talk to customers and promote the games and run demos, but I still get a chance to wander around and see what everyone else is doing. As much as anything else, it's a chance to network and talk with other people in the industry and see what they're doing.
Cool. So are you looking to come back next year, maybe?
Yeah, it's likely. It's likely.
Cool. Well, hopefully we'll see you again next year then. Thank you for your time.